Hi, I'm Dr. Jeremy Thompson. I've been a medical practitioner for the last 25 years, treating people from all walks of life and with all different kinds of medical and psychological conditions. Now, how are you going in your life at the moment? And have you ever noticed that some of the people that you know seem to have it all together and they can almost breeze through life, whereas there might be others that you know who seem to be constantly struggling? Now, I've noticed the same thing in all my years of practicing. It's almost as if we have two different kinds of patients. There are people that we don't see very often, but they'll come in with an occasional medical problem, and we seem to be able to treat those problems quite well, and once they're fixed, they're back out into the world and enjoying happy and productive lives, and we don't see them again for quite some time. But then there's another group of people, and we see a lot more of this other group, because they seem to come in with a lot more medical and psychological complaints. They have a lot more anxiety and depression. They'll often get a lot of tension in their bodies. They suffer from stress. They'll get various aches and pains, headaches, sometimes palpitations in the heart, digestive complaints, or often they'll just come in complaining that they're feeling fatigued, exhausted, and almost overwhelmed with life itself. Now, I've spent a lot of my 25 years just observing people, observing my patients and wondering what it is exactly that makes such a difference. Now, some of the people that seem to be struggling in life seem to think that that's just the way that it is, that they've probably just been born to have a life like that. And when they look at these other people that seem to be having happier lives, they think, well, they're just lucky. And that's their lot in life and this is mine. But I don't agree that that's the way that it is, for a couple of reasons. One, I've actually observed some of the unhelpful behaviours that some of these people do within my consulting rooms. And it might be the way they speak to their kids or their partner that causes friction in their relationships, or they might overly react when something goes wrong and create a lot of additional stress for themselves that they then have to deal with, and so they get stuck in these bad cycles. Whereas the other groups of people just don't do that. They don't approach situations in the same manner. The other reason is that I've seen some of these people in the group that struggle a lot, I've seen them change. And it might just be something that's happened to them out there in life, or it could be that they've learnt some of the principles that I've showed them. But one way or another, they've been able to change themselves, get out of that and live much happier lives. So if you're experiencing anxiety or depression, or you're feeling stressed such that your body just doesn't feel like it's functioning properly, or you're not sleeping well, you're having a lot of concerns with your relationships, then I want you to watch this free 20-minute introductory video that I've prepared for you. Now, in this free video, I'm going to show you a number of important things. The first of which is a thing that I call the mixed bag concept, which is a confused way that many people see themselves. And it's fundamental to understand this because it's a root cause of many people's problems and difficulties that they have in life. Now, I'm also going to show you why many remedies and quick fixes can work in the short term, but ultimately they don't provide long-term solutions. Now, I've been working as a family practitioner for quite a lot of years, and so I've seen people go through many stages of their lives, and often they will have had periods of counselling for various issues, and they might have taken various medication or even drugs and alcohol at varying times. And while as any of these things might help people for a period of time, unless they get the fundamentals right, they never really get in touch with themselves and learn to live the sort of life that they know that they're capable of. Now, I'm also going to show you an alternative way that you can look at yourself, a new model that I've developed that I call positive-centered psychology. Now, in fact, many of my patients, when I've seen them later on, have reported to me that it hasn't actually been so much the counselling that's made the big difference for them, but it's been the concepts and the diagrams themselves that they've always been able to remember, and that those are the things that have really made the difference. Okay, so I hope you're interested in looking at this. Now, if you are, just enter your name and email address into the box below, and you'll instantly be taken to the video so that you can watch it. So opt in below, and I really look forward to helping relieve you of some of your problems and help you to get your life back on track again.